Hey everyone, this is Rotimi Thomas, the CEO and co-founder of SunFi.co, and welcome to The Verge, a video cast about everything solar, where we teach you how to create wealth and to have the power to be productive, to be whatever that you need to be using energy access to be the best version of yourself. So welcome, and we hope to take you through a journey that will help you access solar, know how to access it, know how to create wealth through it, and know how to save money by using solar, and know how to run your business better using solar as well. This is The Verge. You're on the verge of something awesome. Welcome. So, what is solar? Solar is energy that is produced by the sun, the rays of light that come down from the sun. They hit your skin, they hit the buildings around you, it bounces off surfaces and it lands on surfaces. And for a long time, that energy was just wasted. But with the advent of solar panel technology, those panels that you typically see on roofs around you these days, those panels can capture and harvest that light and turn it into energy that can be used to produce electricity that you can use in your home or in your business to run the appliances that mean the most to you. There's no air pollution or any emissions that are released when the sun emits rays of light that brings it down to earth. That means when it's converted into electricity that you use, it's pollution free. And God knows that we need that kind of electricity at this point in our energy transition as a human race. So, who is solar meant for? Well, I'll start by saying solar can be used by anyone that has electrical appliances that they need to power to be productive or just to execute your lifestyle. This means that whether you're a home owner or you're just a renter of a home, or you're a productive business. For example, you could be a retailer, a shop owner, you could be a factory, you could be a restaurant owner, you could be running a business that is supplying income to you. There are electrical appliances in that interaction that can be powered using solar energy. Now, the important thing is to focus solar to power essential energy appliances. So for your home, for example, you can use it and should use it to power things like your fans, your TVs, your laptops and your phones, the sockets and the fridges in your home, those things that are super important for you. For other people that have the capacity and the income to do so, they can go for a much bigger solar system that powers their air conditioners as well. That typically covers a lot of what someone wants to use in their home to use solar to power it. Now for businesses, you're talking about including printers, also air conditioners a lot of times, but other businesses are much smaller. They might just want to power lights, fans, TVs as well, and laptops, and the things that help them to be productive. So as you can see, solar can be used for a range of electrical appliances. So who is solar best for? Well, whether you're a residential customer, meaning that you live in a home or you own that home, or you're a business, you could be a small retail shop, you could be a hairdresser, you could be a barber, you could run a factory, or you could run a consultancy, a design studio. Solar is good for you. That means it cuts across residential and business consumers. The thing that's important is that you should focus using solar on the most essential appliances in your building. Solar can be used for a range of appliances and a range of energy needs. Let's take one example of a customer that can actually use solar energy. For example, a shop owner that uses a 1 kVA I better pass my neighbor generator. This is a very common thing across Nigeria, and you see it everywhere, these generators that are powering people's ambitions. What we find with these generators is people will use a 1 kVA generator to power very essential small items like a laptop, like a fridge, and like light bulbs. And they might also use it to power sockets that power their phones, for example. That's a bad use of a 1 kVA generator. You're only using about 15% of the generator's capacity, and it's consuming almost the same amount of fuel as if you were powering it at 100% or using it at 100%. This is a perfect example of a consumer that should immediately switch over to a solar solution. For example, the same consumer could use a 500 watt solar solution that comes with 400 watts of solar panel power and can power that same set of appliances almost the whole day, and they can do it at the fraction of the cost that using that generator would cost them. For example, if we use that scenario, over 3 years, that same consumer would spend about 1.1 million naira at current petrol prices of 185 naira per litre. What happens when they remove the subsidy and that goes up to 400 naira per litre? You're talking about 4.4 or so million naira that same consumer is going to spend. There's no way they'll be able to stay in business. With the solar system I just mentioned, however, that customer would spend in the range of 600,000 naira over 3 years to own that system, and they will probably never have to spend money again on energy access. What makes sense to you? Why would you keep using the generator and costing yourself money, taking money away from investments that you could be making to increase your wealth, and also to invest that money in your children and your future and your business? That's why it makes sense to switch to solar, and that's why it makes sense for you. So, there are myths about solar, and one of the myths is that solar is expensive. Let's take a second and break down what expensive means. Usually when you hear your friends or your colleagues or your family members saying, I'm not doing no, solar is expensive, what they are saying is that the upfront cost of solar is high. And if you compare it to a generator that you would encounter, the way generators operate is that they constantly use fuel to produce energy that you need on demand. Whereas the solar, of course, the sun is free and it's abundant. Don't let anyone tell you different. So when you buy the equipment, you now have free energy access for as long as it's operational and you're using the system. So that means the real challenge with solar is the upfront cost. So how can we address that upfront cost? Nigeria is considered to be a lower middle income country by the World Bank. That means the bulk of the nation cannot afford to buy solar systems up front. The smallest ones can range in the 200 or so thousand naira, and there are even ones that cost less, but the average one that provides meaningful power for businesses and for homeowners starts around that range. And these things can go into the tens of millions of naira. Who has the capital lying around under your pillow to do that? That's where our company comes in, SunFi, and that's how we can help. So we take solar solutions that are quality, that will give you good experiences, and that will help consumers access a better quality of life or have the power to be productive. And we reduce the upfront significantly by allowing you to pay as little as 10 to 30%, depending on the system that you're using. You can spread the balance over 12 months, 24 months, 36 months in order to own the system. This makes it accessible. And in fact, we even have a methodology where you can rent the solar system. There's no necessary need to own a solar system. Your needs might change in the future. You might grow and you might become more wealthy and you might grow a family. So when you're renting a solar system, the beautiful thing about that is that you can switch from one system to a bigger system and power your needs into the future. Both of these things, as I said earlier on, make solar more affordable, because in the example of that 1 kVA generator, you might pay 600 or 700K over 3 months instead of spending 1 to 4 million, especially when that subsidy gets removed. You tell me that that's not more affordable. You just need to make the decision today to make the switch, and we'll be right there to help you out with it. So why should you care about solar? Well, imagine what your future is going to be like. Imagine where you'll be standing 2, 3, 4 years from now. Imagine who you will be and who you will be with. How will you have gotten there? In Nigeria today, we know that homes and businesses spend between 30 to 50+% of their free cash flow, or the money that they have in their hands, let's not speak big grammar, on energy, and specifically on electricity access. This is where solar can make a difference. If you're able to pay off a system fast, within 12 months, 24 months, even if you go up to 36 months sometimes, and avoid the rising cost of diesel and petrol. We know that diesel went from about 200 and something naira about a year plus ago to 800 naira. Imagine, businesses literally shut down because of this. And the same thing's about to happen with petrol prices. Petrol is used by the bulk of the nation, not just for cars, but to run businesses. And so it's going to put people out of business. If you want to be around in 3 years, 5 years, your children in school, you're powering your business, you're living your dream, and you're having the ambition that you saw in the past come to reality, you need to switch to a solar system today because it gives you the power to be the best version of yourself. It helps you create wealth immediately by accessing free energy from the sun. You just need to be able to pay for the system. And thank goodness our company is here to make that piece of the work easier for you by giving you payment plans for the best solar equipment from the best providers with the best aftercare service. Don't stress yourself out and don't go and work with the guys that will put you inside one chance. Work with SunFi. We'll match you with the right guys and make sure that your experience will give you the power to be the best version of yourself. Whatever you imagine that to be, SunFi will help you get there. That's why solar is relevant. That's why you should care. You will have the power to be the best version of yourself. Join us. All right, so this has been amazing. It's been lots of fun for me, and I look forward to keeping this up with y'all and helping you understand why solar is important to you, who solar appeals to, and how you can access solar with our help from the team at SunFi. It's not just me. I'm powered by a whole bunch of people behind me and a whole bunch of technology that's ready to serve you. You can reach out to us by visiting us at sunfi.co. Once again, that is SunFi, SUNFI.co. And you can also check us out on our socials. We look forward to helping you out and helping you make the transition to a better energy experience and giving you the power to be the best version of yourself. Peace out.